So that's the end of our first quarter. Pretty slow news week, even though we still took up a lot more time than I had intended on. Let's move on to our second quarter. Now, one of the other big topics, big things, big moves that happened in free agency this year that hurt me personally was Tony Parker.
Is it a big move, though?
Leaving the Spurs. Just listen. Leaving the Spurs and going to the Hornets, to the Charlotte. Now, I think it was a big deal because Tony Parker was part of the three that were in there. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, the greatest trio of all time, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this quarter, figuring out who we think the greatest trio is of all time. But, Duncan retired. Mm-hmm. I think Parker leaving shocked everyone. Were either of you not surprised?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't surprised.
No.
Why?
For one, the Spurs are in this mode like they're about to just dismantle. Not dismantle. Like once Kawhi Leonard.
Why Charlotte? Because he's not going to win anything there.
Well, I think that's symbolizing the end of Kemba in Charlotte because he's been in trade rumors.
So again, I ask. Why Charlotte? He's not going to win anything.
I have no clue.
I think he took the best deal.
Yeah.
Out there. I think that's all it was. He took the best deal.
Kind of injury.
$10 million a year for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
For 2 years,
he's
for 20.
Injury prone now at this point.
He took the best deal.
Yeah.
He went for money.
10 years or 2 years for $10 million?
Do we think Ginobili's going to do the same? What's going on with Ginobili?
I don't know.
Or
They've been trying to talk
Ginobili
into retirement like the last 2-3 offseasons, so I don't know.
And let me tell you what, ever since Parker's injury, he has not been the same player.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think he
knows
the end is near.
Yeah.
Because he used to be like early 2010s. He would only play well. Like he would turn it up in the playoffs, like way up in the playoffs.
Right. Mm-hmm. True.
So let's talk about it. Let's see who. When you think of the greatest trios of all time, what comes to mind? And you can obviously look at the screen in front of you because I've laid out quite a few of the top three, the top trios of all time.
Trios.
All right. So what do you think? What do we think?
I'm gonna go Bulls. I'm gonna go.
So let's chat about them. So Bulls,
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. Jordan's obviously the GOAT, greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time.
Pippen's one of the
top 50
of all time. One of the best two-way players.
Right.
Rodman, best rebounder of all time. Greatest, one of the greatest defenders of all time.
Okay.
Three-peat. Not sure if I didn't do my research on the teams of how many three-peated.
Sure.
But I mean, to me, and for me. That's who I saw. That's who I watched. I watched the Bulls, and the Spurs are second to me as well.
So for me, as far as the Bulls team that you mentioned, obviously I'm not going to sit here and discount them by any means.
No.
What I'm going to suggest is that Jordan and Pippen did most of the carrying there. So I have trouble putting them in the same, on the same level. I'm going for the Spurs. Okay. I wore this shirt for one reason. So
Rodman,
and it's for this topic.
So Rodman is. A lot of things Rodman did, you can't put on stat sheet.
Okay, hold on. So
I mean, he was a great rebounder. I mean, Karl Malone in '97 won MVP, and Rodman was able to, not contain him or stop him, but he held his own.
In the first show, didn't we say shutdown was like 25 points or something like that?
Yeah, he wasn't a Karl Malone stopper.
Right. Plus, Rodman was undersized, and he was D'ing up different types of people.
Was that considered a big three?
Just like when with Detroit, Ben Wallace was
Are we talking Ben Wallace or Rasheed Wallace in this one?
Wallace.
Yeah, Ben Wallace. Yes. And Ben Wallace was your defensive player.
Since you mentioned that one, we're talking about Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, and Ben Wallace. My thing for them, I love those Detroit Pistons. However, that was a 5. That was a 5.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's hard.
Not even the best Pistons. The best Pistons trio was the Bad Boys.
I understand. When I was,
how dare you not put up Isaiah Thomas and Lambeer and
Dumars.
Dumars.
Okay,
come on,
talk about them.
They were better. They were better than Billups.
Okay, great.
And
this
Hamilton.
is just what I wrote up here.
Oh, that's just blasphemy.
Can you not just speak on it your own? You have to have a cue.
Who's your top trio?
Look. My top trio is the Lakers. It has to. Here, let me tell you why, though. The Bulls, I respect. I really do. I also respect the Celtics of the '80s when they had Bird and Kevin McHale was giving people the business on the block. But the Lakers changed basketball in the 80s because then it became more of an upstyle, faster. Like, it was Showtime. Nobody had ever seen Showtime before. They were like, what? What's happening? Magic's running down the floor. Kareem still has it because he's got the whole half court, the unstoppable shot.
Yeah, right.
And James Worthy is one of the most underrated players that has ever played basketball. And I wish people would talk about him more, because I think he's one of the best small forwards to play the game. That's just my opinion. Yeah. So when we're talking about all three, that's the best trio. And then I think it was 3 championships and six finals appearances. Okay. Now, I have to give it to the Spurs, though, because Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili really were to get.
I've got a lot. I've still got some stuff to say about the Spurs. But I still have to make my case.
But I'm talking about. But they didn't change the game. Okay. They didn't change the game like Magic and Kareem and Worthy did. They had a new style of basketball.
Okay, but those 3 also went along with the Celtics 3. No,
I have to put the Celtics because, man, that was what was so cool about LA versus Boston. It was also different styles of basketball.
Right.
And who was doing it better in the half court in that time? Nobody than the Celtics. I think they had one of the best half court offenses that was hard to defend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So make your case for the Spurs. I want to hear it.
Well, do you?
No, I can't argue with either. Like I said, I respect the Lakers.
This is hard.
This is a hard.
I've got a couple others that I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
The one that I want to make the quickest case for is the Celtics of 2008.
No, man.
Because it was a really good big 3. It was, as a lot of people like to say. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to say they are the best trio of all time. Right. I think they deserve to be mentioned because I think they were great together. The first season they came together, they went 66-16 and won the championship.
Gotcha.
And then everything that I read, Lamar, you lucked out with an injury and an ejection. You lucked out the next 2 years.
What are you talking about? Next 2 years?
Yes, the next 2 years.
Oh, you got me in. You are on
because
something.
We almost won Game 7.
Almost doesn't count.
I understand. You didn't win. We didn't have Bynum either. I'm saying you lucked out.
We didn't have Bynum either.
I'm saying you lucked out.
I would let y'all have him, and we would have beat you.
This show should be called 1815, but you lucked out. It should be called 1914.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
You lucked out.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
What's your next point, man?
Lucked.
You know what? No, I'm gonna come back to you because I can't believe you just said. I'm gonna actually defend your man Rondo. Let me tell you why. Rondo made that team run.
No.
Yes.
The big 3 elevated Rondo.
KG was a big deal.
The big 3 elevated Rondo.
Rondo if you want to defend Rondo, that's the year to do it. 08, 09, 010. You don't talk about
010. 010?
Yes. You don't talk about Rondo. No. You don't talk about Rondo in these years. You don't do it. You talk about Rondo then. Rondo ran that team. Even Doc was like, hey, Rondo.
Rondo did a great job because he had 3 Hall of Famers to pass the ball to.
If we're talking about
sports... Wait. You better stop right now. You just sighed when I said 3 Hall of Famers.
I think Paul Pierce... No, I think they're all... I think they're all Hall of Famers. I think they're great. I think Paul Pierce is overrated. I've said this.
Now, only thing I don't give Paul Pierce credit for was that fake injury, but he was a great player. But that fake injury.
Not that he's not a Hall of Famer. He is. He is a Hall of Famer. I think people elevate him to these high standards, and I'm like somebody was like he's one of the greatest Celtics of all time, and I was like, no,
he absolutely is.
We got Russell, we got Bird, I put McHale above him.
So Paul Pierce is better than
Larry Bird?
No, I think he's the 3rd.
Is he better than Bill Russell?
I think he's the 3rd. I don't even know what to say because I'm so shocked that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyways.
Not on the level of KG and not on the level of Ray Allen. Ray Allen one of the best shooters to ever do it. KG one of the best big men to ever roam the paint. Can we say Paul Pierce is one of the best small forwards?
I think we can.
Really?
Yes.
No, I don't know
Top
about
what?
that.
15 years.
Top what?
15 years in Boston. He was the man.
Okay.
He was
Okay, if you had to rank them in small forwards, man, we went all the way off talking. But anyway, if you had to rank Paul Pierce in small forwards right now, like all of all time,
hold on,
where would you put Paul Pierce?
Hold on, let me do some.
Like, because I'm
his overall game. He had a good game, but it was very.
He was
He could.
I don't. I don't
because
know.
this is I mean, like I said, I like Paul Pierce and I respect him.
Now he's timely. He's a very timely player. He hit some big shots.
Right.
But like 48 minutes?
All right. Paul Pierce.
This has him in number 10.
Where you got?
So we got
LeBron James,
Larry Bird, Julius Erving, Elgin Baylor, Dominique Wilkins, Kevin Durant, Scottie Pippen, James Worthy, John Havlicek, and Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Wait, go back up. Is it? I take Bernard King over Paul Pierce. Ooh,
Tracy McGrady?
Nah. Paul Pierce is better than Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, I would put Paul Pierce at no lower than 10.
They had Clyde Drexler way down. Wait a minute.
Clyde Drexler?
Where list
Chris
is this?
Mullen, Grant Hill. Like these are, but no, like Grant Hill, his injury. Like Grant Hill would have been one of the top. He was.
I know that's his
same thing
favorite
with
player. That's his favorite player, Paul Pierce. I'm just
shocked. I'm shocked
Yeah,
that okay. We've got to move on. We've got to move on.
Yeah.
Told y'all we y'all wasn't ready. Told y'all.
The next team. Well, yeah, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it.
Y'all wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready for.
About to cry.
I wasn't ready for
Yeah,
Mama tears.
When you started saying the small forward, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, don't go too far. Because, man, you got Ron, KD.
He's not.
Nice.
He's not one of the
players.
Larry Bird.
Okay.
Julius Erving.
But when you're talking about one of the greatest shooters, Ray Allen definitely comes up. If you're talking about one of the greatest big men, KG comes up, especially defensively.
Absolutely.
Do we
KG.
immediately go to Paul Pierce when we talk about small forward?
In his early years, KG was like basically the Greek freak.
Oh man,
His
early years, Minnesota.
So
Lord, he would bring the ball up, pass to somebody else, only to get it back, and then man, he was cold.
Yeah.
So the next team on the greatest trios of all time that I was going to talk about is the Miami Heat. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
They were good. He won, 2 in a row? And 3 of the top 10 or 15 players at that time. They're up there, but I wouldn't put them above any of the teams we mentioned.
Okay, so
I
can make my case for the Spurs.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
so
I don't worry about. I don't worry about. Way to quit.
So it's the San Antonio Spurs.
Kyle Lowry
won their first championship together in 1999, and they won their last championship together in 2014.
Okay.
That's 15 years that they were consistently in the playoffs. Yeah, they would win a championship and then they would lose in the first round the next year because they wanted to go on vacation and they didn't want to do it 2 years in a row.
Right.
Also, if you look at the most winningest duos in NBA history or in NBA playoff history, you know who number 1 is?
Spurs. Yeah.
No. Two people.
Oh, Duncan.
Parker and Ginobili.
Oh, wow.
Do you know who number 2 is? Parker and Duncan. Do you know who number 3 is? Parker and Ginobili.
Gotcha.
The 3 most winningest duos in playoff history.
I got you.
I feel you.
Are a mixture of those 3 players.
Gotcha.
That's insane.
Oh, I agree. I can't argue with you on that.
You can't argue, but you mentioned 99, but Duncan and Ginobili weren't on the team.
Well, Duncan was on the team.
Duncan was on the team, but that trio is Parker and Ginobili.
So
you have to.
The first one they won was in 2003. Sorry. So they went 2003 to 2003.
You're talking about when they all 3 were together.
I got you.
When they all 3 were together.
I got you.
Not when they had the Twin Towers. So yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. 99 was Duncan and Robinson.
Because they won the championship in 2003.
They did.
So, sorry. I apologize.
No, you're good.
They're 11 years between their championships.
It's still consistent. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I got nothing to say.
I mean, like I said, they're my second. But I just repeat, man. Like.
So and again, the only reason to me that I wouldn't put the Bulls up there is because I think Jordan and Pippen carried the team so much
Gotcha.
that I consider them like, if I was considering duos of all time, those two would probably be number one.
Got you.
But when I think about trios, like that's why I can't give the Pistons, the more recent Pistons of Billups, Hamilton, and Wallace. That's why I can't really talk about them because I think they were a 5. And they weren't a 3.
Yep. And
so when I think about the Bulls, I think
Larry Brown.
yeah,
like I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to discount Rodman by any means.
right.
I just think it was more of a duo
Like,
than
I feel like this is a topic, man. It's very widely debated. Just like the greatest of all time, greatest point guard of all time, whatever. And
greatest small forward of all time.
Yeah, not Paul Pierce. But anyway,
it's
debatable.
Pierce.
But I mean, I can't argue with either. Like the points you made, I can't argue with them. Points you made, I can't argue
it's weird. I think the third and fourth quarter are going to be so short.
Yeah, we took a lot of time.
Go ahead.
No, I just think I'm gonna let
threw him off his game.
I'm gonna let
him off. He don't know what to do.
Somebody just have to.
He know what to do.
Quit.
Go ahead, man.
Right.
Throw in the towel.
Throw the towel.
Okay, so Lamar. Final answer. Your greatest trio of all time.
Magic, Abdul, and Worthy. But the Spurs would, man, they're right there.
Spurs are number 2.
They're right. They're right there, along with the Celtics.
I'm gonna go Bulls and
so tell me like your lineup of top 3.
I can't rank them. Those 3 are. I can't rank those.
But your top 3 are a mixture of.
yeah.
The Celtics with Bird and McHale and who was it? God, that was a strong team though.
McHale
and Parrish. And then the Lakers and then the Spurs.
Okay.
In any
your 3?
I'm gonna go Bulls, Spurs, and I'm gonna go Lakers.
I've got the same 3 that Lamar has, just in a different order.
Gotcha.
Spurs. I just when I look at those the stats for the most winning duos, that's insane.
Right.
Like
I agree.
I saw the graphic of it on SportsCenter or whatever I saw it on, and it was just like, that's crazy.
I got you.
No arguments.
All right.